Hello, I'm Laura. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, and these are today's Heartlines. Our theme for Heartlines this week is promoting peace. And today we are looking at promoting peace by creating a peaceful environment. That's a real important theme, especially for these times when a war has recently started in the Middle East and it's escalating, and when we don't know what to think because some people are cheering in the streets while others are calling for an end to the war. And also the wars that continue in Ukraine and other parts of the world, the violence we've seen in Mexico, and even the mass shootings in the United States, all can have us in a bit of a turmoil. What kind of world do I live in? Well, what kind of world do we want to create? We can start with our own environment. So let's look at creating peace in our home environment by reducing clutter and bringing in beauty. That simple. Yes, choose one of those things. Reduce clutter and or bring in beauty. You can clean out a drawer or take stuff that you have in your closet to the redistribution center, or just clean up a corner of your home. You don't have to do all the clutter reduction all at once. You can just do a little at a time. Or perhaps you have an uncluttered home and you just want to bring in a little more beauty. For me, what cheers me up every spring is getting out these spring silk flowers. Now, I would go get some live flowers in the house, but my cat tends to go after those. So these are a little safer, and they add that beauty that brings that little bit of joy and peace to my being, so that I can work at bringing peace to a larger environment like my community. Every day, or most days, we are often engaged with our communities, either online, through social media, or out and about in our world. And sometimes things don't go the way we want them to. They don't stay to the time we want them to. Perhaps we're in the grocery store and the prices are higher than we want them to be. Things can often thwart our good time or monetary or other types of intentions. And this can bring tension to our being. But when this happens, we can bring peace to our community environment by taking a deep breath and looking to how we might share kindness with others. Kindness is a wonderful remedy to that tension and anxiety. And we can smile at people. We can share good messages with people across social media. We can let people into the traffic line ahead of us or into the grocery line ahead of us. Those little acts of kindness help us feel more loving inside. And when we feel more loving inside, our environment takes on a greater sense of harmony and peace. Then there's the social political environment. Oh, with all of our strong opinions that we might have about what is going on in our world and who is to blame, we might be speaking some of that demonizing rhetoric, pointing our fingers over there and characterizing people who we disagree with. But if we are just to speak to their actions respectfully and write about them to people who can do something about it, perhaps our local politicians or our national politicians, if we can stand with others in peaceful demonstration or attend town halls, we can transform hateful rhetoric into words of constructive action. Then there is the world environment. As we look at our world, we might feel fear and sadness and grief for what people in our world are going through, even as I am speaking to you in this video. But when we feel that, that is when it is time to send love, because love is the healing balm for fear. And we can send love through our thoughts and our prayers and even our material contributions to global charities, and in that way bring greater peace and harmony to our world environment. So when we are dedicated to bringing peace to our environment, in our home, our community, our society, and our world, then we feel greater peace in ourselves and our world benefits. And we're going to start that process right now with a moment of silent contemplation. So let's take a deep breath and go within and focus on this idea. I dedicate myself to creating an environment of peace at home, in the community, in society, and in the world. I do my best and release the rest. I dedicate myself to creating an environment of peace at home, in the community, in society, and in the world. I do my best and I release the rest. And so it is. So you don't have to take on all of the world's problems. You don't even have to do everything that's on this list. But if you choose just those 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or 4 things to do each week, depending on how much time you feel that you have, you will create a greater sense of peace in yourself and a greater environment of peace in your world. So thank you for joining me in peace today, and have a wonderful day.